The grapefruit diet. Remember that one? It has been around for decades, and most would simply write it off as just another Hollywood diet that, at its best, is a short-term fix, and at its worst, is a harmful approach to weight loss. But unlike similar diet fads that highlighted a specific food in their name, the grapefruit diet allowed you to eat more than just grapefruit. In fact, despite an obvious flaw in its design, at its core, it is a low-carb, high-protein diet. In this video, I'll share what you could eat on the original grapefruit diet and show you how with just 2 tweaks, this fad from the past can become a well-formulated diet. It might surprise you, but the grapefruit diet, also known as the Hollywood diet and the 18-day diet, originated in the 1920s. According to this article published in the Motion Picture magazine, Hollywood has only one topic of conversation these days. It is not the latest scandal or the equity situation or the talkies or the newcomers from Broadway. Obesity has taken the place of infidelity as a subject for gossip. That article was published in 1929. So what was the solution to fast weight loss nearly 100 years ago? And what was it about grapefruit that made it the star of the diet? I put together a sample menu and explore the magic of grapefruit. But first, I want to thank our sponsor, Gem. One thing the grapefruit diet has going for it is that it is a whole food diet. Of course, highly processed foods were not readily available in the early 1900s. Today, it is a different story, with more than 60% of the grocery store shelves filled with nutrient-poor, ultra-processed foods and drinks. We try to bridge the nutrition gap with vitamin pills, powders, and gummies, but they are often filled with synthetic ingredients and fillers. Gem takes a different approach. Gem is a real food multivitamin that provides nutrients your body can readily absorb and use. Each bite is packed with more than 20 whole food vitamins, minerals, superfoods, prebiotics, and probiotics. I enjoy one after dinner. It has a tangy citrus flavor and a satisfying chewy texture, making it an enjoyable way to complement my meal and fill any gaps in my daily nutrition. Now is a great time to try Gem because they are offering a special deal off your first month. Go to dailygem.com/Dr. Becky and use my code Dr. Becky at checkout. According to this report outlining the history of the grapefruit diet, there's no single source like a book that lays out the details, so daily menus vary depending on the source. A few things that appeared in multiple sources were a calorie count that did not exceed 800 calories per day, and the inclusion of Melba toast. Melba toast is thinly sliced bread that is dried and toasted to turn it into more of a cracker than a slice of bread. Apparently, it was really popular back in the heyday of this diet. To get a picture of what the original diet looked like, I combined meal planning ideas from different publications and added portion sizes to create this 800-calorie grapefruit diet sample menu. Breakfast is made up of 2 boiled eggs, a slice of bacon, and 4 slices of Melba toast, along with half of a grapefruit. Lunch is a salad consisting of 2 cups of greens, a small tomato, 2 ounces of chicken, and a tablespoon of oil and vinegar dressing, along with half of a grapefruit. Dinner includes 3 ounces of sirloin steak, a cup of green peppers sauteed in a half tablespoon of butter, and, you guessed it, half of a grapefruit. Throughout the day, you could drink water, coffee, or tea, and actually, in the original diet, you could drink 8 ounces of grapefruit juice instead of eating the fruit. For our examples, I'm sticking with the whole fruit. That daily menu provides a macronutrient breakdown of 32% protein, 26% carbs, and 42% fat, which is a reasonable breakdown for a low-carb dieter. However, the low calorie count is a problem. When you restrict calories to this level, weight loss happens, but it is too low to be sustained and support a strong metabolism. So, was the grapefruit diet successful for no other reason than it forced you to eat less food? Or was there something magical about grapefruit? When the diet first gained popularity, it was thought that grapefruit contained a unique fat-burning enzyme. The name of that enzyme was not clear at the time, but it may have been a compound called naringin. Naringin is a natural substance found in grapefruit that has been studied for its potential fat-burning effects. While it does not directly burn fat, it may aid in the process in a couple of ways. First, it improves insulin sensitivity by reducing blood sugar spikes and lowering post-meal insulin levels. Second, it stimulates AMPK, which is an enzyme that helps manage how the body uses and stores energy. So there is a compound in grapefruit that has weight loss benefits, but that's not the only thing grapefruit has going for it. As it turns out, grapefruit is an effective preloading food. I did a video on preloading a few months ago, and I will leave a link in the description area below if you'd like to learn more about it. But essentially, it is the practice of consuming something before a meal that changes your perception of fullness, so you feel more satisfied and effortlessly eat less at your meal. Because grapefruit has a high water content, consuming it before a meal fills you up with a low-calorie, nutrient-rich food, taking the edge off of hunger. So when we take a broad view of the original grapefruit diet, we see that it was a very low-calorie diet that was high in protein and low in carbs that may have gotten enhanced results from grapefruit. With that knowledge, we can transform this controversial fad into a healthy low-carb diet, and we only have to tweak two things. Number one, make the grapefruit a pre-meal food. Number two, double the portion sizes, except for the Melba toast, which we'll omit. I will add an optional tweak. If eating an entire grapefruit before a meal seems like too much, you can stick with a half. That is what I did for the revised sample menu. Let's take a look. To get the full benefits of preloading, you want to consume the item 20 or 30 minutes before the meal. So when you get up in the morning, you can have half of a grapefruit. Then 20 minutes later, have 4 boiled eggs and 2 slices of bacon. Lunch starts with half of a grapefruit, and then a larger salad consisting of 4 cups of salad greens, a large tomato, 4 ounces of chicken, and 2 tablespoons of oil and vinegar dressing. Before dinner, you have another half of a grapefruit. Then your meal consists of 6 ounces of sirloin steak and 2 cups of butter sauteed green peppers. That daily menu provides 1,351 calories and a macronutrient breakdown of 36% protein, 15% carbs, and 49% fat. That is a solid, high-protein, low-carb diet with a more realistic calorie count. The grapefruit diet has been around since the 1920s. Despite the flaw of being too low in calories, the fad diet had some things going for it, namely being a high-protein, low-carb, whole food diet. And then, of course, there is the featured food, grapefruit, eaten with each meal. While grapefruit may not be a magical fat-burning fruit, it does contain compounds that improve insulin sensitivity and help your body utilize fat as fuel by boosting the enzyme AMPK. Grapefruit is also low in calories and mostly water, helping you feel full. By doubling the original diet's portion sizes and moving grapefruit to the start of the meal, we converted this fad diet into an easy-to-follow, enjoyable, and effective low-carb diet. So what are your thoughts on preloading with grapefruit? Do you plan on trying it, or do you think you'll pass? Let me know in the comment section below. If you'd like to learn more about preloading to reduce your appetite, I will leave a link to that video in the description area below, along with a link to the Gem Bites if you would like to give them a try. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.